world thinks India can broker ceasefire between US, Israel and Iran. Let's take a look at the reasons. Reason number one, India shares good ties with US, Israel and Iran as well. Number two, India is known for its balanced West Asia diplomacy. Number three, New Delhi is in constant touch with Iran. Number four, New Delhi is in direct talks with the Gulf leaders as well. Reason number five, Finland says India can broker peace. India can make it all end. That's what Finland's president has to say. From the very first day of the war, India has quietly but consistently worked behind the scenes to stabilize the region. On February 28, just as the conflict broke out, the External Affairs Minister held initial talks with Iran's foreign minister. Over the next 2 weeks, multiple high-level engagements followed, including repeated calls by the foreign minister, visits by Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri, and even direct conversations between Prime Minister Modi and Iran's president, and which is why March 11th, Indian-linked tankers were already safely transiting the Strait of Hormuz, showing the impact of these diplomatic efforts. So let's take a look at how the Prime Minister put nation first. 28 February 2026, the day the war breaks out, our Foreign Minister, Mr. S. Jaishankar, speaks to his counterpart, Abbas Araghchi. This is the entire timeline. 5th of March, 6 days after the war broke out, once again, there's a conversation between both the foreign ministers. Let's talk about other developments. So Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri was at the embassy of Iran, and he also signed the condolence book at the embassy. Then 10th of March, 5 days after the first call between both the foreign ministers, once again phone lines were connected. Once again the foreign ministers spoke about the situation in Middle East. 11th of March, which is now 12 days after war broke out, India-linked tankers transit safely through the Strait of Hormuz. So diplomacy was working, and the impact was visible in the movement of these ships. 12th of March, 13 days after the war broke out, Prime Minister Modi spoke to the President of Iran, Mr. Pezeshkian. 13th of March, External Affairs Minister's fourth phone call happened as well with his counterpart, Abbas Araghchi. So the conversation continued, and that's the reason why perhaps Finland's president says that India can help broker peace. India's ability to engage with multiple sides in today's crisis is rooted in decades of careful diplomacy. Relations with Iran date back to 1950, surviving the strains of the Iran-Iraq war and complex issues like nuclear disputes. Meanwhile, ties with Israel have grown steadily since 1992, strengthened through strategic and counter-terror cooperation and bolstered by support on the global stage, coupled with enduring relations with United States. India's long-standing, multi-layered partnerships give it unique credibility to mediate and promote dialogue, enabling it to act as a trusted interlocutor for peace today. Let's go across to Srinjoy, who continues to be with us on the broadcast. Srinjoy, like the President of Finland has said, India, yes, directly talks to Iran, is good friends with Israel and United States of America as well. So he thinks India, fits the bill in terms of somebody that can act as a mediator to help broker peace.
The Finnish president was here, of course, just a few weeks ago, days ago. And also, the Finns are no longer a neutral country. They are now part of NATO. So they are looking to see who is stepped away from alliances. And the only country which has heft and also has support and friends all over the world is actually India. India is not linked or directly involved in the war. India is not an ally of either US or Israel or Iran. And so India is in good shape to be an honest broker. But of course, people need to want to talk. Do these three countries who are currently fighting, are they keen to have a ceasefire right now? That's also a question that needs to be looked at. First, you need to talk. You need to have a feeling that, yes, we want a ceasefire. Do all three sides want a ceasefire? Only then can India play a role. But if the three countries are still keen to continue the war, then any amount of good intentions from the Indian side can't really help. Of course, the Finns can say this. They have been here recently, the Finnish president. He has spoken with Prime Minister Modi. He knows India's position. So, yes, it's a good idea. But the three countries involved in the war have to be keen to want peace. So far, do we see that?
All right, so Thank you very much for putting things into context. We're